And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, we just wrapped up with the first two matches here of the FEL Cracov 2025 Total Championship Group A, but now we are here with the winners match. We're here to find out which of these two players will be the first to advance on into the main event, into the playoffs of the Polish Championship. And here we go. We're jumping into our PvZ as spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone. We have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. Representing Team Liquid, it is MaNa. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Polish Zerg player. We have the red Zerg, also representing Team Liquid as their teammates. It is Elazer. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this series. Will it go the way of Elazer or MaNa? Which way will this lean towards here? I'll be honest, it's gonna be a hard one to call here. I think I lean towards MaNa just because MaNa has been having a little more success as of late in all matchups, except for maybe PvP. But even then, he's been taking down players like MaxPack. So like MaNa, he's been popping off. Again, Elazer, he's been devoting less time to StarCraft and more time to AoE, so because of that I lean towards MaNa, but I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a back and forth. Regardless of how this goes, I want to see a game 3, but let's go. Let's settle in. For now, Hatch Gas Pool, standard open out of Elazer, Force Lake the unnatural natural, and MaNa, he's known for one thing and one thing only in this matchup, and that is Archon drops. Do we go for a Stargate opener into Robo, into Twilight Council, into Archons? We're calling it now, but we'll see if MaNa is still one to embrace that build and to embrace that style, as he has been known to do so for the past, like, 7 months. I can't believe it's already been 7 months. No shot, baby, no shot. Ah, Smooch. That's now. We are going to be joining, going to be saturating. We have our take of choice. I mean, I say we're going to get into our take of choice after said Cybercore follow-up. Our eyes are on MaNa. Let's go. So far, yep, Stargate opener out of MaNa. And again, we're expecting a Stargate into Oracle into a Robo. If we see a Robo, then that screams Archon drop. Otherwise, we could see a base, and we could see a standard build into a Forge and Twilight Council into +1. So again, we're keeping an eye open for that take of choice here from the side of MaNa. Eyes are open. Meanwhile, Elazer, he's known for just droning. He's known for droning, known for saturating. He is claiming his own third base. Droning up his expansions. See, that does poke in. Here, going to be zoned away. Again, outside of the tech of choice, outside of getting into our third bases, like, there's not too much here to really deviate from in PvZ. The Overlord is going to be deflected. Oracle's going to be on the way. Behind this, Elazer getting his spores ready. Securing his bases. He's setting up. And there's a third Nexus. Third Nexus on the way. Again, we are looking for said tech of choice. Going for another gateway, so 2-gate follow-up. Lings, they poke in. As Lings poke in, the Oracle moves out. Behind this, the Oracle shouldn't get too much done. Like, the Queen's in position. Oh my god, that's going to be a fast lair, though. My apologies, I didn't miss that. That's going to be, what, a 350-ish lair time. Meanwhile, Forge and Twilight Council, standard follow-up here out of MaNa, going for +1 and Blink. Not going for the Archon drop. Meanwhile, MaNa does find a Queen, and the Queen is going to go down. Nice pickup. Takes down the Queen, but again, that fast lair is insane. Now, with a fast lair, what can we go for? For now, 4 gases. Oh, that's a lot of gas. Are we rushing into... I mean, this could be one of two things. We could be rushing into Aspire and rushing into Mutaplay. We could be rushing into Hydras. That's also a build of choice you can go for. Technically, this could be rushed into Swarm Host, which would be crazy. I'm leaning away from Nidus All-In, just because Nidus All-Ins are done off with 3 gases, not 4. And there it is, rushing into Hydra. Okay. We were expecting some take of choice. Going for the Hydrogen and going for a Drop Lord at the same time. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Oracle breaks in, gets 3 drones. Does pull away. Jump Lord is getting set up. And Elazer is dropping it. Dropping into the main. MaNa going for his own gateway explosion, getting into a 6-gate setup. Not bad. Standard follow-up. Lings they unload. MaNa does not see this. Yeah, barely out of vision. Lings they collapse in, and Probe's going to be going down, getting 1, 2, 3 probes already, and very nice damage here from Elazer. Micros Lings they poke in towards the third as well. As Elazer he rotates around, going for another probe. Getting a 5th worker. Can he get 6? Can he get 7? Oh, good. Yes, 7 pro kills, brutal damage. And Elazer starts things off with a nice lead. With a nice advantage here. Again, he's rushing into Hydra upgrades. Now, because we rush into an early, like, sub 4-minute lair timing, and we're rushing into Hydras, do you see what I see? No Eva Chamber. No Eva Chamber. No droning, no extra gases. It's a 2 base all-in. Or I should say a 2.5 base all-in. With 2.5 base saturation, he's massing up Hydras, massing up Lings. The reason why there's no Eva Chamber because there's no upgrades. We have a World Speed on the way for German Taxi. And the game is about to end. Either Elazer kills MaNa or he dies trying. So it committing to the all-in. Drop Lords are on the way. We're loading at the taxi. Ooh. Catching up the Stalker. As they push in. Nice stasis. Stasis does go up. And stasis goes up. Gateway goes down. Elazer pushing his way in towards the natural. And, I mean, he's working his way through. Depowers the gateways. Does depower, does shut this down. Pushing further in. Pushing further into the expansions. Collapsing on the Stalkers. The Oracles, they can't quite commit. And Elazer, he's done it. He has broken through. He has broken MaNa. Workers are going down. MaNa, he's down to a handful of Stalkers. But we're still just rallying nothing but Lings across the map. And again, MaNa, it was just a late realization, a late scout of what was happening. Didn't have the defensive setup he needed. Army was out of position. As Elazer gets into the main. Yeah, he peels off into the main base. Ooh, snipes a Cybercore. No more Stalkers. And what, Vanilla Zealots are going to be warping into defend. I mean, that's all he can warp in. Boys are being pulled. 17 more pros falling. There are the Zealot warp-ins. It's all he can do. And on the one hand, MaNa, I mean, he's cleaning up the Zerglings. He's cleaning up some of the Hydras. Like, he's somewhat holding. He's holding. He's defending. But, I mean, already, it's been critical damage. Like, critical damage has been dealt. Elazer, he rotates over. Got his mass at Ling Hydra. Gonna be soon dropping into the main base. It's going in. It's going in. Going for the kill. I'm going for the throat. And it is just a really rough couple of moments here for MaNa. He just can't really muster up an army to defend. Gateways are being depowered. Storm, it should never finish. It should never finish, unfortunately. Here comes a second army towards the natural, setting up for almost a surround. And MaNa is microing his heart out. He's trying to hold as best he can, but GG gets caught. The writing has been on the wall, and Elazer will take game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. And again, this was a bit of a breath of fresh air, because when I think of Elazer, I think of a player that's known for his greed, right? I think of a player that's known for droning, known for saturating, known for losing 20 workers but still having a worker lead anyway because he droned up so much. Like, that's the Elazer that we know from years gone by, from even last year, I would say. But I did mention earlier that Elazer has been playing a little bit less StarCraft, more of other games, and branching out in his own career, and that might have also allowed him to broaden his own horizons and broaden his own play in StarCraft 2 as well. To go for an all-in of this magnitude. So we'll see if he goes for another. A lot of it is going to come down to the map, and let's go. We are going to be loading into Torches. Torches, of course, being another rush map, a shorter rush distance by ground, a more aggressive map as well, and I expect to see something crazy here on Torches. Let's go. We're expecting something different. We're expecting something crazy, and we'll see where our players take us. Oh boy. As Torches is a rarer sight, especially in best of threes. Like best of fives, we get to see it more often, but best of threes, almost never. Okay. Show us what you got. Ooh, show us what you got. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Torches, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can force the ace match. It is MaNa. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the red Protoss, or the red Zerg player. The red Zerg player, we have the Polish Zerg representing Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0. It is MaNa. What's Elazer? Oh god. Sorry, I'm just a little bit fatigued. It is 3:30 a.m. in the morning, so it's been quite a day. But we'll be okay. We'll make it. We'll make it. So Jesus, speaking of aggression, speaking of all-in, speaking of rushes, we're going gas pool opener into a delayed hatchery from Elazer. From here he can head towards the gold base, and he's going for it. Bearing in mind we have a gold base here in the center of the map, a gold base on the right, gold base on the left, and the gold minerals are being mined from already. So MaNa, he does scout this, he is aware. But MaNa, he could even try to go for a pylon. It's not even worth it though, because he's going for the pylon block. But these patches I mean, there's not many minerals within them. You can still break through. Elazer going for the hatchery. Wonderful pressure from Elazer. It was an all-in. It was. It's an all-in out of Elazer. Remember, he went for an early lair. I feel like pressure implies that there's macro, any kind of macro intention. No. No macro out of Elazer. And from here, again, we have early link speed. Remember, and he's staying in gas. Ooh, he's staying in gas, so we're expecting another all-in out of Elazer. With the continued gas income here, he's most likely, I mean, he can go into a fast lair, he can go into early roaches, and go for a Bane bust. If it was a Bane bust, we'd already see Baneless by now, so lean towards either roaches or fast lair. And again, with his hatchery, he can spread creep even faster across the map as well. Now, what I will say is that this game is a little bit different, just because this all-in is more overt. Like, there's no finesse here, right? Like, there's no hiding it or trying to deceive your opponent. Like, no, everything's out in the open. So MaNa, he's aware of how much danger he's in. MaNa, he's aware of the base, he's aware of its location, he's aware of the early gas. Link speed is now done. Oh, Elazer, he pulls out a gas at 96, so it looks like the continued gas income was not intentional. Either it was not intentional or he changed his mind. Here we go. All these liquid players look the same to me. True. They're all just made out of liquid. They're all wet. Aye. So here we go. Twilight Council on the way from MaNa. Twilight Council into Forge. Standard follow-up here. I'm a little bit concerned by that. This is a standard build out of MaNa, despite him knowing that there's an all-in coming his way. He needs to react. Links are building up. Again, no additional gas income. He's going for a link flood, I suppose. Okay. I guess he'll soon pull the boys. Yeah, there we go. He's pulling the boys. He's going to mine through as quickly as he can. And what is it to defend? There's no shield, but there's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here. He's mining through. Yeah, the drones have arrived. He's mining through the wall. The wall is crumbling. The lings, they flood in. And again, MaNa, he just didn't respect this. Like, he went for a standard build. There's just nothing. There's nothing to defend. The Stalker, should go down. It's getting very low. He's waiting for the Queens to move in. Surrounds the Zealots. Goes for the Stargate even. But the second Oracle has arrived. So a bit of a delayed response here from Elazer, but now here we go. He does rotate over to the main. Queens are trying to hold their own. Ooh, 2 queens going down. The Oracles, they shut down every single queen. Okay, MaNa, he's popping off. Kills all the queens. Likewise, he walls off in the main. Again, Elazer, he chose to pull away from the Stalker. He chose not to break into the main base. He'll still get damage done, but is this enough? As he depowers everything on the low ground. Pulls away, building on more queens. MaNa, he's somewhat holding on. MaNa, he has a worse economy. Elazer does have a third. And now he's joining. Yeah, now Elazer's joining up. He is joining. Blair is on the way. So Elazer pulls away. Because of the gold base, Elazer still has a boosted economy. So Elazer's still ahead economically. He didn't kill MaNa, and I do think there was opportunities for him to deal more damage. And now MaNa, he has the opportunity to counterattack. What's he waiting for? Charge. Charge +1, waiting for the upgrades to kick in. And if there are no roaches or banelings to defend, then MaNa can excel. Ooh, as Oracles, they do hit the natural. They get 1, 2 spores. They kill a drone. Brutal damage. Lings are poking in, but there's a wall like cannons to defend. So he takes out another Jesus, the spores, they just cannot finish. They cannot finish up. Charge is now done. Diving on the queens. No roaches. Without roaches to defend, these zealots, they can break through. They can just tear through these Zerglings. They're getting on top of the queens. Boys are being pulled. The desperation defense here from Elazer. And he's holding. Does hold on, does beat out 4 drones. Instead, the Zealots, they just walk past. They just walk past the gold. But now roaches are arriving. Yeah, now there are roaches to defend. Elazer, he's holding on. Oh, losing another queen. MaNa, he will clean them up. Sorry, Elazer, he will clean them up. Elazer now pushing out. MaNa, now he's in danger. Again, his power spike was pre-Roach. Now that Roaches have arrived, now MaNa doesn't really have much to work with here. He has no Blink, he has no Immortal Production, he has no Robo, he has no Void Ray, he has no Stargate, he has Zealot Archon, which struggles against Roach-based armies, against Roach Ravager specifically. And that's what's coming his way. I'm loving the addition of the Spore. The Spore does waddle forward as well. Brings forward the Spore. Army gets spotted. Elazer, he pulls back, he responds. Oh! Trying to catch out the Oracles. He does hold on. He doesn't really have any droning here at the third, so now he's droning up. Yeah, now he's droning up. Zealous push towards the goal base. Elazer's out of position. Now the Queen exposed. Clutch transfuse. The Queen is barely being kept alive. I spoke too soon as the Queen still goes down. Getting 1, getting 2, getting all 3 queens. Yeah, queen count once again. How many queens have gone down this game? 9! 9 queen kills. There's 2 queens left. 2 queens remaining. Here, MaNa pulls away. I think ladies just need to target the Oracles. I do somewhat agree with that. If you remember, it wasn't just the Queens that was struggling to deal with the Oracle as they were attack moving the Zealot, but also the Lings were a little bit unfocused, right? Like the Lings that were like poking back and forth between the main, between the natural. If he had centralized everything and all of his attention to the natural, then the Lings could have protected the Queens from the Zealot, could have cleaned up the shield battery. Like there's definitely Definitely a way where the engagement could have been a little bit more focused there from Elazer. But here, Elazer, I would still say, is in a decent position. I say that he's running out of minerals. Like, the gold base, he's running out of resources here. Like, I was giving credit to the gold for Elazer maintaining a lead, but it's about to mine out. He's now going to be stuck on 2 bases. MaNa taking his own third. Elazer still has a supply lead, but remember, the soup does lie. It's inflated because of the roaches. I mean, he still has a massive roach army, which he can still excel with. Mortar production has begun. Oh! Storm is ready. Oh no! High template extend. 1 high template goes down. And brutal movement there. Meanwhile, say, no, that's a kill. Meanwhile, kill will cancel on the expansion, and MaNa, he cannot claim a third. And this is all that Elazer has to do. Just contain MaNa. If MaNa can't expand, then Elazer, even though his own economy is a little bit lackluster, it's okay. Like, he's still maintaining a lead. It's still better than MaNa. The economy, I mean. That's all that matters. Just to make sure that MaNa cannot expand. And so far, he's pulling it off. Here we go. From here, oh, Storm's popping up, starting back the army. MaNa again is trying to stabilize, trying to get a third base up and running. At the same time, Elazer droning up, saturating his expansions. As once again denies the third. And even though, like, MaNa, he's able to catch out these roaches, and he's trading well here. Like, he's picking up a lot of roaches, he lost the third. Like, that's what matters. He lost the third base. Elazer, you can afford to trade inefficiently. You can afford to throw away an army in favor of knocking down bases and just denying expansions. That's what matters here. Knocking down base after base. Still, of course, has to respect the main army, as that's a lot of storms. Speaking of storms, they do connect well. And again, MaNa, he is trading as efficiently as possible, but he needs more reinforcements. He needs a buffer. Like, it's almost purely a High Templar Immortal army. He needs some kind of gateway army here to help support. Zealots, they do get into the middle lines. Nicely done. They get into, oh my god, drones are going to be going down. Yes, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Uh-oh. Remember what we spoke about, how it was like, oh, as long as Elazer can maintain a greater economy, he can be okay. Now he's down in drones. Now Elazer, he's running out of resources at the gold base. He just lost an entire mineral line, and MaNa is expanding. His third base is about to finish. The armies are passing by each other. Are we going for the base trade? What's the plan? He's turning back. He turns back around. He races back home. Elazer still has a massive army. MaNa has to get the hell out of here. He has to recall. But it might be too late. It might be too late to recall. Yeah, he has to engage. Storms a zone away. But he has to get out of here. Can he get some okay storms? There's the recall. But he's going to lose one in the process. 1, 2, 2. Templar and Immortal as well. Does recall out of there. But MaNa, he's getting a base. He's getting his third. Let's go. Getting his third base up and running. Storms are looking solid. Yeah, nice storms on the Hydras. Storms are popping up. Elazer down to 1 patch of the gold. He lost the expansion, bear that in mind. So Elazer, he's stuck on a 2 base economy. On a 1 base economy, the main is almost mined out as well. He's stuck on 1 base. No shot. MaNa, the comeback. Is the comeback real? I would say right now, at least until this base gets back up and running, like MaNa, he has the better economy, for sure. Has a better economy, he has the greater main army as well. Elazer, he has no lurkers. Without taking up to lurkers at this point, he's going to be outscaled. Running into a wall of cannons. Oof. Storms, they graze the army more than anything. Make use of the healing pad. Let's go, just he can tank the storms. He just tops up. The healing pad is crazy. I would say he tanked like 3 storms there and able to heal everything back up. 3-4 storms. So you could argue some wasted storms there by MaNa. MaNa, he has to back up, has to retreat. There's that lurker den. Now Elazer's taking up. Oh, that's Templar choice. Gets 1. Gets 1 Templar. Oh my god. I'll say crazy army, they don't kill anything. And Templar still very low. Meanwhile, the 4th base was denied. Elazer once again being chased back to the healing pad. Oracles, they pop off 3 more drone kills. The Oracles, they barely do get out. And MaNa, he's popping off. He's crazy. The army's coming in from behind though. MaNa, he does spot this. He does spot it. Ooh, Prism goes down. No more reinforcements. Elazer does pull back to the healing pad. He's gonna heal up. The storms, they do nothing. He just heals. No healing pad here though. Bearing in mind there are around 3 storms left. That's a little bit more than 3. Yeah, it takes down the expansion. The expansion goes down so fast, so quick. Lurkers out of position. Lurkers now rushing forward. Hydra's coming in from behind. Yeah, boys are being pulled. Decent storm. How many Immortals? Yeah, they're within range. They're within range of the lurkers. A lot of Immortals do go down. And Elazer, he will surround. He will surround the army. He will clean this up. Catching out the Immortals, the Archons, the everything. And Elazer holds. He shuts down the main army. It will cost him 20 workers. But he does take the fight. Behind this, though, he's still on again, like half a base. He's on less than 1 base economy. This is it. This is the mining. It's all he has left. Meanwhile, MaNa, he's taking his 4th. He has warped in, he has rebuilt, and yeah, MaNa, he takes the lead. MaNa, he's crazy. MaNa, he's in the driver's seat. He has the greater main army. He's got 6 High Templar, 2 Immortals. Lurkers, they're back home. Yeah, the Lurkers are back home. MaNa, he doesn't scout the gold. Okay. Doesn't scout the gold base. No, the Lurkers! He's catching them out! Yeah, not like this. They're exposed. Gets 1. Gets 2. There's 3 Lurkers left. Losing everything. Losing everything. That was the backbone of the army. Without Lurkers, there's no defense. There's nothing here for Elazer. The Hydras, they mean nothing. They do nothing. Zelse charge in. GG gets called, and MaNa ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A crazy comeback here out of MaNa. Again, Elazer, he was doing well for himself. On the one hand, sure, he wasn't able to straight up kill MaNa with his all-in, but Elazer still maintained a lead, right? He was getting a 4th base, he was droning, he was containing MaNa on 2 bases. It all changed, though, when we saw MaNa not just expand, but also harass across the map. That one moment, if you remember, was when we saw a Zealot run by. A Zealot run by kill 20 drones and the 3rd base as well. That was a crazy maneuver, that was a crazy moment, and it did allow MaNa to recover in that game. That was the beginning of the comeback. The beginning of the comeback there for MaNa was him popping off and crippling the economy of Elazer and bringing Elazer down to him, and eventually MaNa was able to surpass. Eventually MaNa, he was able to surpass the economy of Elazer. Again, Elazer, he was also late to take into lurkers, true, and unfortunately he was lacking that map vision, lacking that map awareness. He was caught out of position 1 too many times, 2, 3 too many times even. GG. Oh, GG, well played. And with that, we're getting into the ace match. And we'll see how this story ends. Again, this could go either way. This could go either way. Now, we've seen nothing but all-ins out of Elazer. Game 1, he went for a rush into lair. He went for a sub 4-minute lair, like 3:30 lair timing, into a Ling Hydra all-in on 2.5 base economy. Meanwhile, Game 2 on Torches, we did have a like 2 base all-in, like 1.5. Like it was a goal base all-in, right? Like where he just rushed into the Queen Ling all-in and he raced across the map, wasn't able to kill his opponents, and we saw that MaNa was able to barely recover and claw his way back into it. This time, when do we cut workers? I would imagine we're going for another all-in. It's all that Lazer's done here, and it might be all he continues to do. As up next, we're loading into Ultralove. Ultralove is a map that is known for German taxis. Here we go. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultralove, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid, bringing us back, forcing the ace match, and bringing us all the way to game number 3. Let's go. It is MaNa. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Team Liquid, down in this, or being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back, and can he go all the way? It is MaNa. Sorry, Elazer. God. It's twice in a row now. What's happening? Oh no. Hold on. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up, man. Here we go. Here we go. Very long throw. I would never phrase it in such a way. Like, again, like MaNa, he had the tenacity to hang in there and to have the wherewithal to recover in that game. It was not just Elazer in a way, at least tech-wise, resting on his laurels. It was also MaNa going for the counterattacks, going for better fights, better engagements. He was able to out-trade his opponent, able to catch Elazer out of position multiple times as well. Okay. So here we are going to be settling in. Elazer is forced to expand at his 3rd location, so the unnatural natural out of Elazer. And we should be going for a relatively standard early game. Now, what I mentioned before here is that is just how common German tactics are, and sometimes we don't even get the tactic, we just walk across the map. The reasoning for this is because the rush distance by ground is very short, especially with Elazer expanding towards his opponent, so now he can start to spread creep very quickly across the map towards that halfway mark and even further towards the triangular 3rd base here of MaNa. We'll see where MaNa expands, if he expands towards his opponent or away from his opponent as well, and if we do go for an all-in, if Elazer commits to an all-in, we'll see if MaNa is able to scout that ahead of time. Even if you scout, it can be quite difficult to defend here on this map. One of the reasons for that isn't just the rush distance by ground, but also this central location. This area in between your 3rd, your 4th, and your natural can be abused. Even if you throw down a wall of shield by reset your 3rd base, your opponent can just bypass a 3rd, rotate, hit your natural instead, and just push up the ramp and commit here into your natural base. So it can be quite difficult to keep up with said rotations. But again, that's assuming that Elazer commits. Okay. So now we're joining, we're saturating. 3rd base on the way here for MaNa. So what opens the main. He can one-shot drones, he gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3, up to 4. Uh-oh. That should not have happened. Brutal damage, get him to 4. Can we get it to 5? Not quite, but 4 drones, that is much more than should have occurred, so a nice start here for MaNa. Now, because he does lose the first 2 adepts, that means his 3rd base is going to be exposed. Lings, they're moving out for their counterattack, and their goal here is to delay and deny the 3rd base. Oracle perks in, you can see the 3rd here is exposed. There's nothing to defend, the Oracle's still on the way. The second Oracle is still in production, rally to the third, the Lings have arrived, and there's nothing in position, there's no defense, and he should force a cancel. And at the same time, as he cancels the third base, lair. 4-minute lair timing here. Oh my god, there's a cancellation. And again, that's the downside of losing the first 2 Adepts, is that you do lack any defenses back at home, unless you keep your first Oracle at home instead, which didn't occur. But again, 4-minute lair here by Elazer. Now with this fast lair timing, we can go a couple different directions with this. 4 gases. It looks like we're rushing into Hydras. If you remember what happened in Game 1 was a 2.5 base all-in with less than 3 base saturation, where we rushed into a Hydra Den into purely Ling Hydra all-in. That was on Persephone, if you recall. Off of 4 gases. So this looks like the same build. Meanwhile, nice catch on the Queen. Queen goes down, Adepts, they bust into the mineral line, but no major economic damage. I spoke too soon. 3-4 drone kills. Stage trap going up. No major connections. Lair is now done. We are expecting a Hydra Den. Yep, there it is. Yeah, same build. So again, this is a 2.5 base all-in out of Elazer. Same build that we saw in Game 1. Behind this is going to be no Eva Chambers. No Eva Chambers, no upgrades, only Hydra upgrades, I should mention, and going Ling Hydra. From here, he can go for Overlord speed and work towards Dropper Lords. You can see he's controlling this Overlord. And MaNa is getting vision in the main. Throws down the pylon. Elazer is at 57 workers, and he's cutting workers at 57. So there we go. Hydra speed is on the way, massing up a greater army. Passing on more Lings, more Hydras. Here comes the Drop Lord towards the main, and here comes the all-in. Now, MaNa, last game, in Game 1, MaNa, he failed to scout this. Failed to scout, failed to recognize what was happening. He does spot the Drop Lord, so now he has a better idea. Cannons are on the way. And a nice cleanup here of these Zerglings. Nice denial of the Drop Lord. Drop Lord is denied. The Lings, they do hit the cannon. They get into the middle line, they get a couple of probe kills. But so far, a stronger defense here by MaNa. He shuts down the Dropper Lord, cleans up the Zerglings, rotating back around. We need shield batteries here at the third. Desperately so. Shield batteries are going to be on the way. Storm is in production. And here comes Elazer. Again, he hasn't made a drone in quite some time. He's been at 57 for the past couple of minutes. Overlord speed is on the way. Those are for the Drop Lords, of course. Here comes the all-in. And here we go, we're loading up the taxi, let's go! Taxi's loading up. Storm is still on the way. Nice stasis. Stasis goes off, we spoke about this area in between the bases. Now you can abuse this. Cybercore goes down, massive pickoff. Takes down the Cybercore, no more Stalkers to defend. Force to recall. Yeah, does recall over towards left-hand side, and now we just rotate. As you can see, you can just abuse this location, rotating back and forth between the natural, between the third. Does hit the third base, shield battery goes down. And it's gonna be a tough hold here for MaNa. Storm is going off. Okay, he's got his first storm. More storms are gonna be coming in. And with the help of Storm, he's holding. Yeah, he's holding, he's shutting this down. He's got 2 more storms. Oh my god, a brutal storm on the Hydras. And there's another storm in the chamber. MaNa, he's holding. He does lose 11 probes. But again, behind this, MaNa, +2. +2 is on the way. Oh, late Cybercore. Late Cybercore out of MaNa. We're loading up, dropping into the main. MaNa out of position. He's ready at the third. And now he spots this. He's racing on over. At least trying to... How much damage is going to be done? Storm's going to be coming in. A decent storm with the Zerglings. You can see Elazer focusing down the pylons. He gets 1, he gets 2 pylons. Depowers everything. But he will lose all these Dropper Lords at the same time. Ling Hydra towards the right-hand side. No recall. Yeah, there's no recall. He's trying to respond. Still brutal damage. The probes are falling. And is this enough here? Has Elazer done it? He might have. Yeah, he might have just done it here. 7 worker kills, takes down the cannons, the shield batteries, the pylons. Both players are supply blocked. Let's go. Where are the storms? Do we have any? 0. 0 High Templar, 0 storms. And without storms to defend, the Ling Hydra overwhelms. We need the storms, papi. We need the storms. Oof. Oh, speaking of, okay, they're now coming in. Not an amazing connection. It mainly zones away. The expansion goes down. Elazer, he breaks the third. Now he's pushing in. Now he's moving further in. And at this point, if he wants to, he can drone. Right? He's on 4 bases. The 4th base is just for larva. At this point, he could drone. He could saturate. But nah, he's just going for another round. He's going for the 2nd round here, the next wave. Here come another wave of Dropper Lords. Now, there is a chance. There's a world where if he runs his like head first into storms, then MaNa could try to hold on. It's possible. But brutal surround. Takes down one of the High Templar. There's 2 Templar left. Down to 2 Templar. Oh, getting him to 4. Storm mainly zones away. The base has to kill, another cancel. Another storm on the left-hand side. Oof, and the surround is insane here, catching out all the High Templar, pushing further in. Yeah, MaNa, he's being broken. He's being broken here. And again, like, there's a reason why we see a lot of all-ins on Ultra Love. Like, they are hard to defend, as you mentioned. Like, if you try to set up a defense on one base, you can just rotate to the other. Dropper Lords allow Elazer to rotate even further, even into the main, as he's dropping into the main base once again. MaNa just could not keep up with the rotations. It was close, it was clutch. But he could not keep up. As MaNa's now dropping into the main. Dropping into the main base. Once again, sorry, did I say MaNa dropping? Elazer dropping into, you know who I mean. Elazer dropping into the main base. MaNa trying to respond, trying to react. Rotating back in, but here it's too late. 14, 15 probe kills. And here comes the next army into the natural. And again, MaNa's being overwhelmed. Elazer, he has done it. He'll be the first player to make it through the group stage and to make it into that main event. GG gets called. Elazer, he will advance on in first place out of Group A to the playoffs. GG. GG, well played. Elazer, he will claim the series. He will take it. A shout out to MaNa, as he did hold his own, at least for a time. He was able to make a series out of this. But again, Elazer, non-stop all-ins. All-in in Game 1, Game 2, and Game 3. Some of these maps did favor all-ins more than others, like Ultra Love, like Torches as well. And we saw that MaNa was able to at least persevere in some of these games. And even here in Game 3, like, I want to say that MaNa, he had a decent start. He caught the Dropper Lord, he cleaned up the Zerglings, but his third was delayed. His Cybercore was sniped really early on. It took him a long time to rebuild the Cybercore, to get back into Stalker production. It was a tough hold there for MaNa. GG. GG, well played with that. Congratulations, Elazer, he will make it through. And we are now getting ready for the first elimination match. Oh boy. So Elazer, he'll make it through into the playoffs. Meanwhile, MaNa will have another chance as he gets knocked down to the decider match. Up next, though, is going to be a best of 5 between Cristiano and Thrifax to determine the first player out of the group stage and to determine who will play against MaNa in that decider match. Oh boy. So we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys soon after the break, and when we come back, we will have our next matchup. We'll have Cristiano and Thrifax. See you then. See you soon.